Hey guys, welcome to part 9 of my Pokemon Crystal Legacy Hard Mode Nuzlocke Challenge. On today's episode, we're going to get some encounters and wrap up some like the last side story before we go to Victory Road. So right here, I go to the Tin Tower and I go and encounter Suicune. Now, I never clarified this, but I am not using legendaries in this run. But after everything that happens in this episode, I may reconsider that in the future. And also for future, like, big boss fights that use legendaries. But besides the point, you have the Trial of the Three Sages, and they have a Noctowl. And, this is going pretty good. I go with Quick W for a Flamethrower. And I learned that Noctowls have Mirror Coats. And Quick W unexpectedly dies, which kind of sucks. He was my main fire type. It's probably the best fire type I can get in this point in the game. And, yeah. YouTubes was able to get the revenge on him. And, yeah. This is bad. I can't start losing Pokemon at this point when I'm so close to the Elite Four. And especially since I want to keep doing the run on the Kanto side, I can't keep losing valuable members. But as you see right here, Bansamir and U2 finish up the rest of this guy's team. And I'm not going to show the rest of the fights, but basically it all goes well. I don't lose any more Mons after this. But that one was that was unexpected and pretty hard, if I'm going to be honest here. Alright, actually going into the Tin Tower, we encounter Suicune. And I just get the knockout. A little extra experience. Again, I'm not using legendaries in this run. Beacon lands 2 Thunderbolts, and that's it. So, unfortunately, nothing special here. And honestly, because of how, I guess, not exciting this is, I may change how I use legendaries in future Legacy runs. But again, I'll make that decision later. Anyway, I have one more encounter before I go to Victory Road. And this is, I believe this is Route 25. It's right below Blackthorn City. And it's a Donphan, which, I got a nice physical, bulky rock and ground type. A nice, bulky, pure ground type is just as nice. We get the catch, and I nicknamed this guy Dumbo. Okay, so right here, we officially step foot into Kanto. And I can't remember what this location's called, but it's a different named cave from Victory Road. And my encounter here is a Sea King. I don't remember all that I could have gotten, but I remember it was very limited because I already have stuff like Zubat and Slowpoke. But I'll take Sea King. I mean, it has Horn Drill, but unfortunately I don't know if I am going to use it anytime soon. But it's nice to have in the box. I catch this guy no problem, and I nickname him Quit W. We just quickly reincarnate Quit W from a fire type to a goldfish. Also, so on Victory Road, there are 2 routes. So I was able to catch a Ponyta that I named Spirit. I don't have the footage for it. But I also caught this Dodrio on the other route. And this guy I named Avery. So I know I haven't shown any of the trainer fights in Victory Road. So I'll show the last one, which is Cool Trainer Beth. And as this fight goes over, basically, one thing I like about this Crystal Legacy game is that every single trainer on the Elite, on the Pokemon League and Victory Road, they actually feel like they are trainers that have gone through the gym challenge and they have very powerful teams. Pretty much, I think only one guy has 3 Pokemon, but everyone else has like 4 to 5 Pokemon each. And it's all very good. And it's not like overly challenging or impossible or anything. They're just solid mons with solid move sets, and you more than likely are going to be fine, but you can't just underestimate them. And that's what I like about this ROM hack. So I know I've said it before, but I really like what Smith Plays and his team did with this game, and I'm excited to play Yellow Legacy too. Okay, so we actually go into Victory Road now, and my encounter here is a Sandslash. Pretty underwhelming. I was kind of hoping for another like rock and ground type or something, but it's okay. It's like a backup to my Donphan, who's kind of a backup to Golem or whatever. I don't know. But I catch this guy relatively easily, and I nickname her Amy. Okay, so there's one last big fight before going into the Pokemon League, and it's against my rival Adam. And this right here is actually really cool. As he starts talking to us, he talks about how he understands his fight with Lance and that he loves his Pokemon and everything. And in the dialogue itself, it says that his Pupitar, who is not at level 55 yet, is evolving and evolved into Tyranitar. So, and he also explains that there are cases that some Pokemon can evolve in early stages, and which alludes to why Lance could have, 2 to 3 Dragonites at such a low level. But it's so cool, and I like this little detail, and it made me really excited for this fight, knowing that instead of expecting an easy Pupitar that Gasms can take care of, it's a fully fledged Tyranitar. But anyway, going into this fight, he leads off with his Ursaring, which is like the final member of his team, and I go into Utus. Utus is able to get the 2-shot with Earthquakes, and Ursaring is not really able to do much to me. His next Pokemon is Octillery. And so right here, I go into Gasms, who was able to knock out Octillery before, and I expect the same thing again. Octillery goes for a Surf that does nothing, and I outspeed and go for a Giga Drain that the next turn will easily get the kill. I just barely missed out on it. Octillery uses an Ice Beam. Now right here, I noticed that a non-crit Gasms would still survive. So I go in for the kill, and it turns out Octillery outspeeds and gets the crit. Apparently this Octillery has a Quick Claw, which I never knew that. And not only did the Quick Claw trigger, but it got a crit Ice Beam, and I just lost Gasms in a blink of an eye just before getting to the Pokemon League. I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely devastated. Like, this hurt so much. So Bansamir does get the knockout with a bite, and then Adam brings out his Golbat. Right here I go into Beacon, and it tanks a few quick attacks and is able to get the knockout with some Thunderbolts. His next Pokemon is his Victory Bell. And right here I go into Bansamir. I could have gone into Gary, my Magcargo, who became my fill-in fire type, but I honestly didn't trust it would secure the knockout without getting really roughed up by the Victory Bell. But Bansamir takes care of it with a Fly, and then the next Pokemon is a Typhlosion. Now right here I decided to go into Beacon, mainly because I wanted to preserve Bansamir in case I have to use it against a Tyranitar. Right now the plan is to use Utus, so we'll see how that goes. Adam's last Pokemon is his Tyranitar, freshly evolved. And right here I bring in Utus. And apparently the Tyranitar decided to go for an Earthquake and landed a crit. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking it was going to do. Maybe I thought it was going to go for Rock Slide or something. But losing Gasms and then immediately losing Utus, my spirit's kind of broken here. Bansamir comes in for a Rock Slide, and luckily we don't get crit. Bansamir goes for Surf. We don't get crit on the retaliating Rock Slide, and another Surf secures the knockout. But this was rough. And now I have to go in the Pokemon League with -2 members. I don't know if I was going to use Gasms, but I was definitely going to have Utus against Lance. Utus would have been a huge help. And I really don't have another rock type to use right now. But right now I got to mourn my fallen allies and get to prepping for the next episode where you'll see me take on the Pokemon League. So, see you later, guys. Thank you for all your help.